Canoopsy here, and the iPhone 7, Apple's latest iPhone, met with insane controversy and both positive and negative feedback. Is it worth it? Should you really buy one? Let's check it out. The world isn't totally ready for the iPhone 7's biggest change. Let me explain. We all know it has no headphone jack, and Apple does its best to make up for it with included accessories like lightning earpods which sound the same, a headphone adapter in the box, and wireless AirPods sold separately. It seems like a crazy choice, but this phone may be what motivates headphone makers to produce better and more wireless headphones. I mainly use wireless headphones or earpods, but when I feel like using my other range of headphones, it's an annoying extra step for sure to find that little adapter, or dongle, if you prefer that word. Replacing the jack is nothing we can really see externally, but internally, Apple has more space for stuff. Apparently. One thing we do get is a stereo speaker system that sounds excellent and better than every iPhone available and better than other smartphones in the market too. It plays through the ear speaker and the bottom firing speaker for an awesome stereo sound experience. You just gotta hear it for yourself. Besides that, the biggest change is the home button. It's not even a button anymore, it's a piece of flat glass with a simulated click using the haptic engine beneath the display. It feels so different compared to the iPhone 6s and previous iPhones, but I actually really do prefer it, and I got used to it very quick. Just don't try using it with gloves though, because it will not work. It's also a fingerprint scanner that is super fast. The overall design of the phone is similar to the iPhone 6 and 6s, but the matte black looks absolutely killer, but it is very slippery. You'll also find water resistance here too at IP67, which is a first for an iPhone. Not as good as the Galaxy S7's IP68 rating, but it's still fine in the rain or in a splash of water, thanks to the gaskets located within the phone as well as many different seals. At the front, the display looks great but still isn't 1080p. This is Apple's 1334 by 750 Retina display that looks very vibrant and even has great contrast for an LCD panel. The display is even praised as being the best LCD panel on a smartphone today, and it sure looks fantastic. Things just look really good on the display and it gets very bright as well. Underneath is the pressure-sensitive 3D touch from the iPhone 6s, and it's finally really useful. Plenty of apps use it, and I use it about 100 times daily. It's actually very useful to get things done very quickly. And the haptic engine feels way better for 3D touch and other things as well. Now internally, you have the best specs here for an iOS device. The processor running the show is the A10 Fusion that's more power efficient and much more powerful than the A9 processor of last year. Performance, however, is legit. The phone is crazy fast and anything you throw at it is super smooth. No problems or lag here at all, and gaming and pretty much everything else is an enjoyably smooth experience, and day-to-day usage is great too. Now don't get mad at me for saying it, but this is what the blogs are saying, that it's the fastest phone available, and yeah, you can definitely feel the speed. And you'll also see a battery size bump too, and with the power efficiency, it's still a one-day phone, definitely not a two-day phone, but you're going to be able to get through a full day, definitely. Now for software, on the phone is iOS 10, but you already know a lot about that. Plenty of changes all around, too much to cover, but here are some things that affect me the most as fast as possible. Notifications are cool and useful, but can be a bit confusing. Widgets are great, but are almost too big. The messaging features are fantastic and fun, but I don't really use many of them at all, nor will I probably ever use half of these, ever. Apple Music, my streaming service, is very plain and kind of ugly now and offers less functionality than before. And lastly, all the new 3D touch features are great. And last, but definitely not least, are the cameras. The rear camera is 12 megapixels but now has an f1.8 aperture, is better for low light, has optical image stabilization, and has 4 LED flash bulbs. The shots from the rear camera are almost always excellent. Bright conditions, excellent. Low light conditions, pretty good. Everything just looks great from the cameras overall, but shots could be a bit more vibrant in my opinion. .4K video recording is great this year too, and with that stabilization, everything is just even better. and the front camera is now 7 megapixels for some delicious selfies. To conclude, the iPhone 7 is a great phone as expected, but it's still really expensive. There are so many options on the market right now, and the iPhone is still very expensive, but if you're buying an iPhone, you probably know that. If you want the best iPhone available, minus the headphone jack, the iPhone 7 is your best bet. So what do you think of the iPhone 7? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching.